we got TierZoo. Talking about cats. Great animal. They broke the game, and we're gonna get down to the bottom of how they did it. All right, Thursday works. We could do Thursday for sure. Valerity, is that how you're gonna enter the stream every time? Is that just the thing now? Is that like gonna be a recurring joke? Because that could be funny, maybe. And I think it's only funny because of the SpongeBob emote. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's only funny because of the emote. What's good though? But yeah, we're talking about cats. Men. M word. That's also probably not true. But okay. Anyways, we're talking about cats. 3, 2, 1. Also, that joke is gonna die in a month. You have funnier ones. Cook something else up for sure, because that one's not gonna last till August at all.
This game's tier list can seem pretty set in stone sometimes, but in reality, major shifts in the meta can happen extremely quickly, especially when new resource hotspots and points of interest open up. Builds which are well adapted to capitalize on these flashpoints can see dramatic ascensions on the tier list. One such event occurred when humans unlocked the food storage ability. This greatly improved the humans' survivability by giving them a consistent source of XP.
Even my little purse. There you go. I hope so,
during harsh winters or famines. That is, if they could defend their stockpiles. These stashes were incredibly valuable and could easily support entire colonies of rats and sparrows if improperly guarded. And while these Neolithic humans did have some techniques they could use to try and protect their precious grain on their own, ultimately their saving grace came in the form of a previously low-tier predator build that was barely scraping by in the North African savannah.
Here we go. Look at what you started, bro. Look at what you... Yo, I just wanted to talk about cats, bro. I just wanted to talk about cats, bro.
A build which, once domesticated, would go on to become one of the most oppressive, overpowered predators in the current meta. But what is it about the house cat that makes it such a dominant threat? And how was it that the wild cat became better suited at taking advantage of pest infestations than other builds? To really explain the success of the house cat, we need to go way back and start our story just after the Miocene balance patch. This update granted mammals access to a new ability called Carnassial Teeth,
bro is mad Aki, bro.
The dentition skill tree, which allows users to gain bonus XP from carcasses and carrion sources. This may seem like a minor thing, but it completely changed up the metagame and made hyper-carnivorous builds a lot more viable.
He's a human man from Canada.
Giving rise to a new archetype called the Carnivoran, a group which includes many of the most popular predator builds in the current meta. Carnivorans are divided into two factions, Caniforms and Feliforms. Caniforms are more generalist in nature and invest a lot into the olfaction skill tree, letting them track the sense of whatever they need, be it scavengeable carrion, prey, fruit, honey, water, or teammates, from a great distance. They also tend to have a lot of stamina, allowing them to run for long distances without tiring. Feliforms, on the other hand, doubled down on the Carnivoran archetype's original strategy. They spec'd into even more abilities meant to crank up the efficiency of the hyper-carnivore game plan.
Look at that vert, bro. Do not play with, bro. Why is this not going back? Oh, there we go. It went back too far now.
Prey, fruit, and doubled down on the Carnivoran archetype's original strategy. They spec'd into even more abilities meant to crank up the efficiency of the hyper-carnivore game plan. The ability Tongue Papillae allows felids to extract even more value from fresh kills. Instead of investing heavily into scent-based sensory power, Feliforms tend to focus more on their hearing and eyesight abilities. This doesn't help them scavenge, since things like carcasses and berries don't make sound, but it does make them incredibly good at detecting hidden prey. Also, in keeping with the Carnivoran's first major advancement, Feliforms also focus a lot more heavily on specialized dentition,
that's my favorite animal.
Optimizing their bite attacks.
Pandas are mine, but in terms of like domestic animals, I love cats. And so I have an appreciation for the big cats. You know, definitely a big appreciation for the big cats.
Hidden prey. Also,
but not this much though. I'm not sticking my hand in no tiger's mouth. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm sorry. I don't care how nice it is. No, bro, that's not happening.
With the Carnivoran's first major
kind of stuff. We don't do stuff like that, bro.
Feliforms also focus.
Y'all know what I mean by we. They not like us. They not like us. I'm sorry, they not. Little baby, baby rabbits are adorable, bro. I saw a wild rabbit in my backyard the other day. I was like, nice. Pretty sick.
more heavily on specialized dentition, optimizing their bite attacks to deal massive puncture damage.
I love how aggressive they can be too, because like they'll randomly just like get mad. It's funny.
Or effectively hold onto prey so the user can deal bonus damage with their claws. Throw in a few more ambush-focused abilities like retractable claws and camouflage fur patterns, and you've arrived at the modern Felid, easily one of the most successful stealth assassin builds the game has ever seen.
Okay, that's
in
just
fact,
what the
during
stream is
Ice
gonna.
Age expansion, Felids were such a dominant threat that many other predators.
Yo, speaking of Drake, bruh, Ice Age. He was in the. He played Ethan. Can we? No. Okay.
Predator builds had trouble competing with them
There
at
we
all.
go.
In the current meta, cats remain incredibly dominant in virtually every major terrestrial server. Basically every cat, including the ones I like to throw shade at, is a threat. Not just to those of similar weight class, but even to builds that vastly outweigh them. Although their power stat tends to be fairly modest among carnivorans, through efficient use of critical hits, a skilled Felid player can take down just about anything. While the majority of the Felid player base was off rampaging through the upper weight classes, an offshoot of the faction opted to
It was a
forego
better opportunity for a better joke there, man. That one was disappointing. Drake in a kids movie. I mean, come on. Come on, bro. I literally set that one up perfectly, bro. I'm trying to say a kidnap. See, there we go. See, there we go. There we go. There we go. There's at least, you know, I guess. Oh, man. Okay, enough of that. Enough, bruh. Enough. Let's focus on the task at hand here, bro. It's July. It's July, all right? It's July.
Larger size, and instead chose to spec into a few new abilities meant to capitalize on exploiting the weaknesses commonly found in the lower weight classes.
Man.
So let's finally start unpacking what makes the house
I spice joke, but I'm tired. That's real.
So overpowered. We'll begin with a quick look.
Honestly, I'm kind of not excited for her album. Like, I am excited, but I'm not excited for her album at all. I'm scared, bro. I feel like it's not going to be good.
Cat stats. We've got a build with upper mid-level intelligence, low defensive stats, decent damage,
agility is
above
like
average stealth, high mobility, and excellent perception. Right off the bat, something that might jump out at you is, well, the fact that nothing jumps out at you. Cats are supposedly some of the most broken predators of all time, and yet none of their stats seems all that busted on their own. Top tier builds tend to have at least one stat that is so high it completely invalidates the strategies of other players.
That clip is forever hilarious.
Cats aren't able to use tools, they don't have a bone crushing or venomous bite, they can't change colors, they can't tank attacks for days, they can't echolocate, and so on. So no obvious answer here. Next, let's check out their unique abilities. We talked about a few already, including the abilities that...
No lie, just watch these videos. I do, bro.
Buff the XP rates from meat sources. These should not be understated, as without them, you can pretty much entirely write off the viability of this build. Cats and all other mammals have the warm-blooded trait. This grants them greatly improved stamina regen rates, greater resistance to cold damage, and a bunch of other useful perks. But cats and all other mammals have the warm-blooded superhero, bruh. This grants them greatly improved stamina regen rates, greater resistance to cold damage, and a bunch of other useful perks, but at the cost of much greater upkeep requirements. They need to secure kills much more frequently than similarly sized cold-blooded builds. Without these abilities granting the cat bonus XP,
I forgot about Fall Guys, bruh.
But at the cost of much greater
like a year,
meaning they need to secure kills much
I gotta hop back on Fall Guys.
Sized cold-blooded builds.
Spider Cat?
Without these abilities,
there is a Spider Cat. There actually is. Hopefully, Spider Cat comes up in what's the next one? Because it was just across the Spider-Verse. It's like I forgot what the name of it is. I mean, we don't have a release date anyway, so it doesn't matter what the name is.
So he's granting the cat bonus XP from meat. It would be very difficult
for them to keep up their
energy needs, even with how efficient cats are at hunting. Cats can also move extremely quietly due to their soft toe pads and retractable claws, enabling them to easily get within striking range of prey through smart use of cover and line of sight. But okay, all types of cat, large and small, have those abilities. How about something more unique to house cats? For that, let's look at their primary perception.
Their Spider-Verse was in into the Spider-Verse. What's his name though? It's not Spider Pig. It's like Spider Ham. Spider Ham. Spider Ham. Yeah. Spider Ham. Spider Ham is in Into the Spider-Verse.
Based ability, slitted pupils. This ability grants house cats extremely precise depth perception, greater than all other Felids. This allows them to perfectly judge the optimal pouncing distance, massively increasing their odds of landing an immediate critical hit and incapacitating their target before it has a chance to respond.
I love that clip, bro. Bro caught that, bro, like it was Odell.
Allows them to perfectly judge the optimal pouncing distance,
hit the three,
massively increasing their odds of landing an immediate critical hit and incapacitating their target before it has a chance to respond.
Man.
So even though the house cat's base damage isn't broken in and of itself, when a house cat goes on the offensive, it can certainly look that way. This strategy
is that there are 2 films we only saw 2 miles, so I bet we got a whole, but that, no, low key, bruh. Low key
is what has led to the complete collapse of several different player bases in the amphibian, reptile, bird, and mammal factions, as it truly is that oppressive. Now, while we were first looking at the cat's base stats, one thing you might have assumed right away was that the cat's lower defensive stats are its main weakness, and that
Simpson movie, Spider Pig. Oh, I've never been into The Simpsons like that, so I never knew about that. Let me see. I've always been more of a Family Guy kind of guy. Spider Pig song by Hans Zimmer. Bro. Ain't no way.
I didn't tell you the best part. He loves the environment. Oh, wait. I still didn't tell you the best part. He's got a...
Yeah, I never cared about The Simpsons. So I missed it.
Wait. I still didn't tell you the best part. He's not imaginary.
Oh, honey, that's great. But the very best thing is that he listens to you. Because nothing means more than for a man to... How did the pig tracks get on the ceiling?
Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does.
Yeah,
and he
never.
swing from a web. No, we can't. He's a pig. Look out, he is a Spider Pig.
How did Fox not get hit with the craziest copyright, though? Isn't that melody copyright? Well, probably not. It's probably just the song, not the melody. Okay. Interesting. Anyways.
Function as a sort of glass cannon, with very little counterplay options when attacked.
Maybe.
You might also assume that given the cat's high mobility, their primary defensive strategy is simply to run away when they feel threatened.
Yep.
And while their top speed is often enough to escape danger when needed, instead, cats employ their mobility stat defensively in a different way. This is where one of the most shockingly effective aspects of the house cat manifests. House cats use their incredible agility to stand their ground. Agility and quick reflexes are usually used to dodge attacks.
Okay, this I think I have seen. Maybe? I don't know. I said I've been more of a Family Guy guy, but I never like watched it like that. Like,
Thanks,
I don't know.
Spider-Man. Everybody gets one.
Clarity. Yeah, go to jail. Go, you're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're so done. You're absolutely done.
Ah, thanks, Spider-Man. Everybody gets one.
Yo.
Oh, this is great! I feel so alive! Come on, ladies, kick your high heels off and get moving! You guys are a disgrace!
Yeah.
Peter, this doesn't seem safe.
Like
yeah, I'm afraid I might.
Oh, man.
Wow, thanks, Spider-Man.
Everybody gets one. Tell him, Peter.
Apparently everybody gets one.
Bingo.
Damn it, there's no way across. Spidey, can you swing us across with your web?
No, I can't swing you across. And it's Spider-Man, not
Different voice
Spidey.
actor.
I'm pretty sure I've heard people call you Spidey.
Yeah, close friends. What's your name?
Peter?
Hey, Petey, do stuff for me.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, you don't like it. And you're a fat nobody, and I'm Spider-Man, so how do you think I feel?
You took a
like
big
that one the
risk
best.
coming here, man. James Woods could be back any minute.
I know. How fast can you do it?
As fast as Spider-Man when he gets laid.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
I've seen this one.
Never happened to me before. It's just, you're so attractive, and it's
seen this
been a
one.
while.
That's funny. go.
You know, some people say that's good for your hair.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, man. That is just... Okay. Well...
But cats instead actually use their reflexes to deflect them. Because their incredible depth perception grants them such high accuracy on their attacks, they can use their claw swipe attack to actually block incoming strikes. This is surprisingly consistent and works on a lot more attacks than you might think. Now, obviously, this is a high-skill, high-reward strategy. Missing a parry can result in serious damage, but if you get good enough at this, you can ward off attacks from just about anything, and potentially even open up opportunities for counterattacks. Put all this together, and you come to understand what a house cat build truly is. A house cat is what you get when you fuse the deadliness of a snake with the energy of a mammal. But why does this playstyle make for such a good partnership with human players? Compared to dogs, they seem like they'd be much less useful party members. Humans broke the game and became the top-tier build by using coordinated team strategies and tool use in order to utterly trivialize their matchup versus large mammals. Dogs easily...
I'd like to see that in like a parody spider superhero movie. Honestly, yeah, because Loki the Boys is like a parody of, regular superheroes. I mean, it is real comics, but still, it's kind of like just making fun of other ones in a way. So that low-key could exist in an episode of The Boys, but unfortunately, season 4 is the last season, and we haven't started it yet, but I don't know if they did that.
Slot right into this game plan, as they can help track and chase down.
They should do something like that with Gen V, which I don't know if they're going to bring Gen V back, because Loki, yeah, season 4 is the last season. That's why I haven't started yet, because they're dropping I think they dropped like 2 episodes on day 1 on release day, and then they're dropping 1 every week. So we started Shogun, so that by the time we finish Shogun, The Boys can be done, and then we'll just watch the last season. But if Gen V keeps going, which I don't know if it will, they should do something like that with Gen V. That would be sick.
Also sniff out any potential ambush predators that could disrupt and punish your strategy.
Okay,
when a successful kill is made, dogs and humans naturally split the reward and both benefit. Dogs are also great defensively, as they can keep watch at camp and alert party members of approaching enemies. Cats are generally pretty useless in this regard.
Yeah.
They don't have anywhere near the endurance required to chase down prey over long distances, can't square off head-to-head with those builds anyway, and aren't nearly as reliable for early enemy alerts.
Definitely not.
The kills the cat makes can't realistically be shared with humans either. It wasn't until humanity unlocked the agriculture ability that the player base began to notice additional vulnerabilities they didn't need to care about before. Vulnerabilities that dogs couldn't really help with. When operating off of a hunter-gatherer strategy, humans could basically ignore all builds in the low weight class. Rats and birds were no threat to humans, and also not worth the effort to take down. So it makes sense for them to just focus on larger quarries. However, when the focus shifts to farming and food storage, those same builds humans were ignoring before suddenly became one of their biggest
I've
threats.
definitely saved you before.
Having a granary raided and its food reserves destroyed could easily wipe out an entire
It's like someone trapped under a flipped car. They're like, hey man, lift this off of me. It's like, hey bro, I got a bus off of you like a month ago, bro. Hey man, you're whatever. You'll be alright.
So figuring out proper
that would be
security for
crazy.
these storage sites was critical. Dogs simply are not effective enough at stopping pest infestations to fill that role. They cannot climb or fit into small spaces, and aren't stealthy enough to catch the trickier pests. Cats, on the other hand, are truly excellent at this task, and come with other benefits as well. The main one being that they require very little upkeep. Although they are social builds, they hunt alone, so they don't require any direction or attention from their human party members in order to accomplish their task. Since humans don't have any need for rat or bird carcasses, the fact that cats don't usually share their kills is actually a benefit rather than a drawback. The only thing cats really require from humans is to share in the shelters they construct. In the wilderness, cats typically use burrows, hollow stumps, or caves as their home bases. These are vulnerable to attacks. Human settlements are significantly safer. Speaking of safety, even though cats are extremely lethal hunters, they pose very little danger to humans. This is a huge advantage over snakes, which theoretically could ally with humans to serve the same purpose, but in practice are far too dangerous to risk keeping around. The fact that cats are warm-blooded and therefore need to eat more frequently than snakes is also a benefit rather than a drawback for humans, since it means they need to stay on task and keep their guard up. So, while it is common to see players debate which build makes for the better addition to a human player's party,
what you need.
The correct answer is actually both. Dogs are a huge help in the large creature matchup, while cats cover your weaknesses in the small creature matchups. Having both in your party covers all of your weaknesses and enables human settlements to use a hybrid playstyle of both hunting and farming. So if you're a human main trying to construct the most optimal party comp, the only real question is how you'll keep the dog and cat players from fighting each other. Now, knowing which traits and abilities to invest in can be a difficult choice. Luckily for you, I've partnered with the game Cell to Singularity to provide you the perfect training simulation. Cell to Singularity is a scientifically accurate, Again, it is completely free to play. So click or tap on the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen.
That game looks really fun,
Thanks again for watching, and as always, good luck out there.
It's hard. It's hard. WCat, one thing I genuinely dislike about the cat community on the internet lately is they're calling cats cars. And as someone who's a fan of actual cars as well, it's annoying in comment section, you know. But I understand that a lot of, you know, people that are into cats are kind of, you know, I don't need to say anything, but you know what I mean. So it makes sense why that's a thing, but I can't wait for that trend to die ASAP and we can go back to just being normal. But anyways, cats are great builds. Definitely a top tier build in the game. I think as a player and as an ally, you know, let us see it.